Hi, I'm Jeff Hyman, and I am the creator of Shortlist, and appreciate you taking just a couple of minutes to learn about it because it's a pretty unique service. I'd like to start with the bad news, good news. We're in a very unusual time. In 30 years of hiring, I've never seen anything like it. As you probably know, we're at this record low unemployment rate, but what a lot of people forget is we're also at a record high level of employee disengagement or dissatisfaction. And what that means is that if you can get your opportunity in front of the right people, many of them will actually consider it. And that's why we created Shortlist. It's very different than job boards and recruiting firms, and I'll give you a sense of why. Job boards only reach active job seekers, which is about 20% of the market. When you post on a job board, you miss 80% of the market. You're missing most people, the passive candidate who's currently working. And so typically people would use a recruiting firm to go out and find those 80%. The problem is they are expensive. As you know, most recruiting firms charge 20 to 30% for compensation. I've been doing it for 30 years. And while that's great for big companies, it's often out of the reach and unaffordable for smaller firms. And so in 30 years, what I've realized is that sometimes a recruiter just isn't necessary. You really just want to reach the right people. And so we now have 500 clients who use Shortlist. And basically, it's a completely done for you service that identifies, finds, and contacts the right candidates to see if they're interested in a discussion. And if they are, then we introduce them to you and you take it from there. So while we don't assess and vet these candidates, Shortlist is 10 times less expensive than using a recruiting firm. So if you know how to interview, I kind of feel like, why should you pay us to do that for you? You're going to just do it yourself anyway. And so that's why we created Shortlist. We guarantee something very unique in the industry, and that is for any role, we'll introduce you to 10 people in 10 days. Each of those 10 candidates meets the criteria that you define, and each of the same 10 people is also interested in a conversation. So you can think of Shortlist as a shortcut to filling the role very, very quickly. This is what a shortlist looks like. There's no software to learn. This is a completely done for you service. There's no onboarding calls. You basically have one job, which is to click on view profile. And then if you like what you see, you just click yes. We make an email introduction and you take it from there. Most of our clients interview 8 of the 10 people that we put forward. So it's a very high quality of match. Real briefly, how Shortlist works. There's a lot to it from our end, but from your end, it's very simple. You just complete an online form, takes about 5 minutes, and you tell us all about your perfect person. The next day, we will share with you 3 benchmark profiles just to calibrate and make sure that we're on track. And then once you approve those, we take it from there. My team of online researchers builds what we call a long list. And that's about 100 people who on paper match your criteria. We have tools to track down their email address and their text number. We pitch them on the roll, and statistically 10 to 15% say yes, they're interested. Those are the ones that we introduce to you. Even though they're currently working, they're open to a conversation. And then you take it from there. The best part is there's no placement fee, there's no recruiting fee, there's no success fee. You're just paying us for those introductions. We use dozens of sources and platforms to find the people. That's all included in our fee. And obviously we use things like Google Boolean search and LinkedIn and Facebook and Twitter, but we also use alumni industry directories, university alumni directories. Each search gets a specific strategy. Shortlist works for all of your full-time professional roles, basically anything 50,000 and up, all the way up to and including chief level and board roles. So it's a great value the more senior the role. So that's it. That's Shortlist. It's super targeted. You're not going to get any unqualified people. It's super fast. It's done in 10 days. And the price is pretty amazing.